Today we in the building with.
Man, what's the deal? It's your boy, Cinco, man. You feel me? It is what it is.
So where you grow up at?
I grew up in Watts, but like till like 5th grade, I moved to Compton. So, just on some shit, just not, getting out of a better environment type shit.
So what was it like growing up in Watts?
It was regular, you feel me? It was like, my pops was in the streets and shit, so it kind of like made a nigga grow up early, seeing all that type of shit on the streets, you feel me? But I went to like Florence Giver Joyner over there on 105th. So when I grew up, my dad from like the opposite block, he from a hood called like Fuzztown. So I went to school with a lot of great people. So it was a lot of tension over there. But it's cool. It was cool though. Like a nigga managed to get out of it. You feel me? And just shit niggas had to do what they had to do. But it was regular though.
All right. So music wise, what made you want to do music?
It's like I'm a real close person, like to people that don't know me. Like I don't just like talk to niggas, you feel me? So it just help a nigga, like it's like therapy. Like it's like I'm not finna meet a random nigga and just tell him about what I go through and shit. So it kind of like give me a chance to really tell my story type shit through music. And it's like you can't go wrong with that. Niggas gonna respect real off the rip. So but a nigga gonna tell you ain't go through this. Like niggas gonna respect what you been through. And some niggas relate, so they gonna stream a niggas songs and stuff, so for sure.
You only got like 3 songs out right now. What's going on?
So when I first started rapping, I started rapping in January last year. So when I kind of dropped my first song, I kind of dropped like my first 2-3 songs, and like with me like strategizing, like I was always like trying to be smart with this shit, you feel me? So when I dropped my first 2-3 songs, I ain't getting no views like that, you feel me? Because I don't have a fan base. Niggas not gonna just listen to me. I'm a SoundCloud nigga, you feel me? So, with that being said, I kind of was like, man, I gotta focus on shit one by one. Let me get my fan base right. So then when I drop, I get my music streams will be right, you feel me? So I kind of only dropped like from my first 3 songs, and then I just started focusing on like gaining. So I started doing TikTok and shit. I blew up fast on there. I hit like 100K like the first 2 weeks. So I did TikTok, and it kind of like transitioned to Instagram because they start following me. And I do like little shit like, again with the DMing followers and shit, I went from like following fan pages and shit. Feel like I go to like fan pages followers because they'd be dumb active. I'll follow all them, and then whoever follow you back, I'll follow them like 10 minutes later for me, but they'd still be following me. So I was just doing like little shit to make me gain followers so I could like, gain a fan base. And then like, now I just gained it. Now I was like, all right. But ever since then, I would never stop working. I was like a real hard worker. Like I made like 10 songs in like a week. Like, you feel me? Like because I had to pay for my own shit and stuff. You feel me? So with that being said, I got like 300 songs up to date right now. Yeah, I always been like a hard worker. You feel me? So that shit never stopped. So I have a lot of songs in the vault. I just never dropped. So I recently just dropped, and it's doing real good. You feel me? Make sure everybody go stream Never Fold on YouTube. It's at 84,000 right now in 3 weeks. So I want to get my first 100K video. You feel me? It's a big accomplishment because it took me like 3 months to get 10K views on a song. So, I'm never blessed for sure.
And ask, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, I probably see myself starting up my own label. Like I want to do that shit now, but just like, paperwork and all that shit. Like I want to get that shit right. You feel me? I want to put niggas in a position. So 5 years, I probably see myself like running my own label and shit, having artists, you feel me, having artists, videographers, photographers, like having my own little pyramid scheme, you feel me, and just make everybody make each other money, you feel me. At the end of the day, it's all, it's all like love and shit, but nigga can't pay the rent with love, you feel me. So I want everybody to be in position to make money. So like niggas I grew up with, like, or niggas I in my circle, for me, even with right now, I want certain niggas to handle certain shit. Like if you good with numbers, I want you to be my, my number guy to book me, shit. Like you good with relationships, you could book my shows. Nigga just there for nothing, they could grab my bags, you feel me, but put everybody on payroll, you feel me. So niggas around me not around me and broke, you feel me. Everybody got themselves going, for me. So 5 years, I just see myself, chilling with my mom, you feel me, like, making money with my mom's, make sure she happy, seeing her happy, seeing my family happy, hopefully my granny with me, feel me, just little shit like that, just being happy with my family. But for sure, 5 years, I want to be successful, and at least say I got a song like that hit #1 on the billboards, for sure. So that's what I want to be in 5 years.
This one.
Oh, it gotta be something. Y'all ain't been that boy looking at some fun here.
So do you still hang out with people from Watts that you grew up with?
Nah, little boy, like, growing up over there, cause I didn't start doing music till like after high school. Like, so when I was doing over there, it was like really just, we was just like this regular kid, like just running around and shit. So nobody was really like expecting nigga to do nothing, cause like nobody really did shit. Like, I think like the only rapper that really was doing shit out of Watts was like now type shit was like O3 and them, but that was like 4 years ago type shit, you feel me? But nah, but niggas just treated nigga like had no worth. Like everybody out of the city just wanted to be a gang member and shit, you feel me? Like that just what was cool. So they ain't treated nigga with no worth. It was just like, we just kids, you know. Once you hit that certain age, niggas start departing and shit. But for sure, like now, like niggas try to hit me back up and stuff. Like, you know, remember me from school and shit, asking for money and stuff. But it's like, you know, niggas ain't really fuck with me like that.
We good.
So how do people treat you now that you got this upcoming attention?
Little boy, like, let's say like before all this shit start happening, cause you know niggas not dumb, you feel me? Like, I'm aware of what it is, like, you know, with the whole Brooklyn situation, but it's just like, I'm the same person, you feel me? I treat her with respect. I treat her like she a regular person, as you know, as she would want to be, because we all just people, you feel me? But just dealing with this shit. Of course, I've been doing everything. Like, I've been going live every day. I've been being active on my account. Like, I've always been a person that posts every day. I always, like, you know, always had little shit I was doing. But like, it's like now since all these followers coming, they don't know that. Like, they probably think like, man, this nigga go live every day because he got more followers. But you know, they don't know a nigga was going live all the time. So I just don't pay attention to shit. I don't address it, like comments that be mentioning shit that's gonna start drama. I don't really address them. I just see them and ignore them. But you know, I'm a real humble person. Like, I'm real humble. I treat people the same. I give people my last. For me, I don't really care about like all that fame shit. I don't treat her brother no different than I treat, you know, a person on the street. You feel me? Like, just regular. You feel me? But it's a lot of niggas though that been hitting a nigga up, like, you know, everybody, now that happened, like, people kind of see, like, okay, I see, like, this nigga blowing, so I see, like, when I join some of my homies' live, like, niggas want to add me on their live because they know, like, you know, niggas will get that to 1,000 fast, like, so, like, I be seeing all that shit, niggas that I done came into altercations with before, you feel me, that I kind of, like, diss the nigga, kind of, like, I see them, like, fucking with me, like, when the shit start, when I hit 100K, niggas start fucking with me again, so I could, like, you know, start fucking with them and put them on, but I ain't really like that. Like, I help certain niggas, like, you feel me, even with, like, Ron, like, you feel me, with this video shit, like, I told him we gon', you feel me, I've never been a hater, I've always been a supporter, but I'm only gonna support you if you're genuine, you feel me, I'm not finna put nobody in a spot and then they leave me, and then, nah, nigga just look dumb, you feel me, but, sort of.
Alright, what is some advice that you have for some upcoming artists?
Just be real consistent, you feel me, because when I first started, I ain't really have nobody, like, I ain't know nobody. It was just based on, it just on my personality too. Like, a lot of people say I'm a real humble, genuine person, so when I meet like rappers, even when I met Houdini and Northside Benji, like, those some top independent artists, you know, and I just treat them like regular. I'm a funny nigga, I was just being funny. For me, I don't be on nobody's dick. Like, it be certain niggas, if you in a room with like a big artist, you're like, niggas that gravitate towards them and talk to them and stuff, you feel me? I'm the type of nigga that's gonna, like, feel me? I'm not gonna be on your dick. Like, you walk out the room, I'm not gonna follow you out the room. I'm not gonna try to speak to you. You feel me? I'm gonna be that quiet nigga that's, you know, on my shit. So, and when it come like me recording and you hear me, you gonna fuck with what I say. So that's how I go. But yeah, though, just be real consistent. You feel me? Relationships gonna build off of that. Niggas don't care about clout. You feel me? There's a lot of people that got clout and their attitudes is fucked up, so you don't wanna fuck with them. So it's all out genuine shit, you feel me? You just gotta be real genuine with niggas. So, advice is consistency. Never take the first offer, you feel me? Never lower your standards for nobody. When I first started, I was finna take the first deal that came to me. But I kinda seen somebody I knew that took that deal, and I kinda just watched them go through that deal, and I seen it like mess up, so I'm glad I ain't take that. But now I got a lot of labels, offers, I got dumb management offers. And I'm just doing this shit independently because, you know, I'd rather see what I could do for myself first before another nigga, you feel me? So just be consistent, never take the first offer, and just be real humble with this shit, you feel me? Know this shit can be taken tomorrow, know you can be taken from your family tomorrow, you feel me? Like, for sure.
I've been seeing you at a lot of funerals lately. Do you want to speak on that situation?
Really, a lot of people been around me, like, I don't know, but it's like, it's lowball been regular, but like lately it's been like at its worst. I ain't gonna lie, like it's been at a peak. I don't lost like a lot of people like last year, like late. I think it was like late June. I had lost my auntie. I lost like two friends like 2 weeks prior to that. I mean like 2 weeks. It was like September. I lost one friend in like September, and then like the next month after that, I lost another friend, and then my uncle just recently passed. He had passed like a week ago. I went to his funeral today. Um, but like a lot of that uncle and stuff, I had lost him to COVID. So I kind of look at that as karma though, because before I had, I used to say that shit was a joke and stuff. I've like said some, some stuff about that stuff. Like, everybody said like COVID ain't real. Like, man, COVID, like, how that be. But it kind of was like a wake up call. Like, that shit real. You feel me? I lost him. His organs had failed. So that shit was real, And he was like a real close uncle too. Like, never missed a birthday. Every holiday he was there. So it's kind of hurtful to see some shit like that. You feel me? See my elders cry and stuff. I lost my cousin Carl. Man, I got a chain for him. Not many people know what this shit mean, but I got a chain, a resemblance for him just off of some shit like, him doing what he loved and shit. He was shot and killed like 2 months ago. So, a lot of that shit come behind me. Like, you always gotta do what mean. I always do shit that mean a lot to me. You feel me? I don't just do shit to do shit. So, a lot of that shit, like, before I bought like a grill and a chain, I made sure my mom was straight. I was giving her money every week, paid off her debt, but I don't post about shit like that. I paid her debt off. She's debt free now. For me, she offered to buy her a car a lot. She didn't want the car, but just gave her the money instead. Make sure everybody was good before I started doing shit. So, for sure.
All right, now we gonna move on to fans' questions that they had in the comments. All right, one fan said, "Who would you like to make a song with in the future?"
Lil Ball, I really want to make a song like Polo G or something. Just offer some shit like just vibes and shit like, niggas don't say, I don't I don't want to collab with nobody that just talk about nothing because we wouldn't make sense. You feel me? Our song would be dumb as fuck because you'll be talking about shit like when I first started rapping and shit like off a phone and stuff on iMovie type shit. You feel me? Doing voiceovers. I remember I used to be talking about shit like getting Lamborghinis and shit. I was broke as a bitch, you feel me? So it was low ball like, what the fuck is a nigga talking about, you feel me? Like, now if I do a music video, I don't got no damn Lamborghini and nigga look dumb, you feel me? So that kind of like made me wake up, like, let me just say shit I've been doing, like say shit I've been through and stuff. So that's what Polo G do a lot though. He rap out shit he been through. Nigga could pull up the stats to that type of shit, you feel me? So for sure him, Lil Durk, all of them. I want to do a song like on my mama. Like I had a song already ready for King Von. Like I had a story time song that I did. I wanted him to hop on though. It's already done. Like I got the date and everything. Like niggas not capping for that. But you make a song. You like, man, I want this artist. You kind of like just put that song in the vote. So when you blow up, you could like send that, get that shit to him. But rest in peace, Von though for sure. But Lil Durk and Polo G off the rip, and Stunner Gambino for sure. I tapped in with him. We locked in for sure in New York, going crazy.
This is what your life would be like today?
Nah, for surely not. When I was in high school and stuff, I was playing basketball. So, but that's everybody that's in like that grew up in the hood. They always think sports is the answer. You feel me? Niggas don't know that it's more to other shit. You feel me? Like. You with like Ronnie again, he doing video and shit. A lot of niggas don't do shit like that. A lot of niggas go straight to sports, like what you around. Like you go to a park, everybody playing basketball, everybody playing football, and niggas kind of look at that like that's the only way out. Like it's either sports or school. Like, but it's not. It's a whole lot of other shit. You feel me? Like bitches is doing OnlyFans. It's like this shit. Like it's a lot of ways of getting income, YouTube and stuff. You feel me? You want to just always start young. Like on my little brother and sister, I be telling them like something I wish I would have done like from 9th to 12th grade. Just stack up your money. Like, when I was in school and shit, I would always go home to play the game early and shit, you feel me? But, like, put away all that shit and just work, do overtime hours and, like, just, because all that shit, what the fuck is playing the game gonna get you feel me? So if you just work for 4 years straight, overtime, and just be on some money-hungry shit, just imagine how much money you're gonna have when you graduate. So you don't have the first option, don't gotta be go to college. You have, like, 30, 40,000 to where you can live or chill and find out what you want to do and invest in yourself. So, yeah, I didn't think my life was gonna be this though. A lot of people didn't either. People I went to high school with, when I started like doing what I was doing, they kind of believe in the nigga. You know how you know how when you graduate and shit, like niggas, you want to be a rapper and niggas laugh at you and shit.
Yeah.
Like you that typical nigga that graduated and want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard getting out of that phase, but like a SoundCloud rapper phase. But then when you hit a certain amount of followers, niggas start, seeing you for what it is, and some niggas start hating. So, but I didn't really think I was gonna start rapping. No, I kind of rapped out of nowhere, and niggas was just fucking with it. And I seen what I wanted. I seen my vision.
I see you only got like 3 songs out right now. What's going on?
When I first started rapping, I started rapping in January last year. So when I kind of dropped my first song, I kind of dropped like my first 2-3 songs, and like with me like strategizing, like I was always like trying to be smart with this shit. You feel me? So when I dropped my first 2-3 songs, I ain't getting no views like that. You feel me? Cause I don't have a fan base. Niggas not gonna just listen to me. I'm a SoundCloud nigga. You feel me? So with that being said, I kind of was like, man, let me I gotta focus on shit one by one. Let me get my fan base right. So then when I drop, I get my music streams will be right. You feel me? So I kind of only dropped from my first 3 songs, and then I just started focusing on gaining. So I started doing TikTok and shit. I blew up fast on there. I hit like 100K like the first 2 weeks. So I did TikTok, and then it kind of transitioned to Instagram because they start following me, and I do little shit again with the DMing followers and shit. I went from following fan pages to feel like I go to fan pages followers because they'd be dumb active. I'll follow all them, and then whoever follow you back, I'll follow them 10 minutes later for me, but they'd still be following me. So I was just doing little shit to make me gain followers so I could gain a fan base. And then now I just gained them. Now I was all right. But ever since then I would never stop working. I was a real hard worker. I made 10 songs in a week. You feel me? Because I had to pay for my own shit and stuff. You feel me? So with that being said, I got 300 songs up to date right now.
What is one thing you think that changed your life?
One thing that changed my life was probably my grandpa. For me, he was a real humble person. He kind of installed that in me. Cause before I was just a real bad kid that didn't really care about nobody's emotions. I didn't really care about people. Feel me? If you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. That's But my grandpa kind of installed that in my mind. Treat niggas how you want to be treated. You feel me? So it kind of put it in my head to where you treat everybody with respect. You feel me? Sometimes when people disrespect people, I get uncomfortable because I'm you don't have to talk to them like that. You feel me? It's better ways to come across situations. But he just put hard working in my head. You feel me? He just made me work harder at whatever I do. Just make me, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this shit all in. If I'm gonna rap, I gotta do this shit all the way. You feel me? Why play with it? You feel me? Why play with that shit? You don't know what can happen. You don't know what could change your life. So another thing to all niggas that's watching this, you feel me? If you doing anything, if I gotta do music, if I gotta do it videos, if I gotta do it fucking school, anything, don't let nobody tell you can't do it. You feel me? Because when you start doing this shit, they gonna be on your dick. So just do whatever you're doing.
I hear you, man. And I got one more question before we wrap it up, man. What is your next big focus?
Shit, really, I'm just trying to get a distribution deal.
What's your next big move? Actually, ask that.
It don't matter, same shit.
Alright.
Okay.
Going off of this though, cause we just keep going. Don't cut this.
Alright, I got one more question before we end it off, man. What is your next big move? What you got anything?
He said it again. It's cool. We going off of it. Don't cut this neither. Keep this in there.
You working on anything new? You got anything new coming?
Yeah, I got them songs. I'm finna drop this song called 30 Shots. I'm finna drop it and then drop the Never Fold audio. So I don't just drop Never Fold. Niggas gonna be we already heard this. You feel me? Niggas gonna be happy that the audio out. But you feel me? So just drop something new with that, as a little tie to it. Yeah. But I'm really just looking for a distribution deal. You feel me? Right now I'm just trying to get me a distribution deal. I don't really want to be signing nobody. I came across a situation. I don't really want to be signing nobody. I just want to get distribution deals. You feel me? They pay me this money, drop my song, get paid. You feel me? Just all do this shit independent. Just go crazy.
Independent's the best way, man. So. Yeah, man, that's gonna be the interview, man. We're gonna wrap it up. We spend about a good hour interview with Jay Cinco, man. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, shout out everybody watching this shit. You feel me? Make sure to go click that link in my bio. Go watch Never Fold. Go watch my other interview. That shit's at 50K in 3 days.
Yeah, man. Crazy. Go watch all that.
Go subscribe and run them views up, man.
Yeah, man.
Jay Cinco, man. Yeah, artist next up,
go
man.
Go follow me on Instagram. Jay Cinco with 2 O's. You feel me? Be active on that shit. Let's go crazy. Shit.